Well, hello people. Welcome to the next Senpai. Get ready to be amazed by the latest lineup of overpowered anime in 2025, full of action and extraordinary powers. Don't miss this exciting moment. Let's explore together the world of invincible characters who will dominate the battles in a world building full of magic, swords, and other powerful trickery. Keeping watching this video and stay awesome. Let's go. This anime presents a modern world with a Japanese mythology background. In this Togen Anki world, Oni are known as powerful and dangerous creatures, and Momotaro is a legendary Oni hunter. The story focuses on Shiki Ichinosa, a teenager who has lived his entire life without knowing that he has inherited Oni blood. After the death of his adoptive father, Shiki becomes entangled in an ancient conflict between the descendants of the Oni and the arrogant Momotaro, who is determined to exterminate the remaining Oni. The wild-tempered Shiki must learn to control the legend of the cursed blood technique within him while facing various enemies and adapting to his peers at the Rasetsu Academy, a school exclusively for people with Oni in their blood. It was established so that Oni could train to fight people from the Momotaro clan. Togen Anki stands out for its combination of intense action and the theme of self-restraint in the face of deep-rooted vengeance. Studio Hibar successfully brings this anime to life with an engaging art style dominated by bloody battles that blend unique supernatural abilities and each character's shocking demonic powers. A dark fantasy anime adaptation of a popular web manga from Line Corporation, which Ledoux Studio later produced. The story begins with the terror of Clevatus, the king of magical beasts, who has a negative view of humanity and intends to commit genocide by first destroying an entire kingdom as revenge for attacking his lands. However, amidst the chaos, he discovers a baby from the royal family, whom he takes in as an experiment to understand humanity. To help care for the baby, Clevatus resurrects Alicia Glenfall, a female hero he had previously killed, as the baby's caretaker. On the other hand, Alicia, still driven by vengeance and hatred, must navigate a complex relationship with Clevatus while trying to protect the baby, and hoping to examine humanity more closely. She risked all of that, with Clevatus' journey as Clen, the appearance of a young boy who died while protecting the baby Luna. Though he is weaker in this form, he still suppresses his own arrogance as the strongest demon king when anyone threatens him and his lands. This anime begins with an extraordinary show of the great magical power of the main character, who defeats the Black Dragon, attacking the kingdom. Secret of Silent Witch is a fantasy anime that tells the story of Monica Everett, a genius witch who is the only magician in the world who can cast magic without incantations, and has been crowned the greatest young witch. However, there is a plot twist. She suffers from severe social anxiety, making it difficult for her to speak in public, which is why she developed the ability to cast spells without words or incantations. 3 months later, she is given a secret mission to become the protector of Prince Felix, who must attend Serendia Academy, an illustrious place of learning for future nobility. The silent witch Monica, who has zero self-confidence, must face new challenges in an environment full of competition between friends and enemies, while carrying out her duty to protect the prince. The main appeal of this anime lies in the combination of an intriguing magical world and the overpowered super-duper shy main character, who tries hard to avoid catching the attention by everyone with her abundant magical powers. Hell Teacher, Jigoku Sensei, Nube, is an anime remake adaptation of the classic series that first aired in 1996. It is based on the manga by Sho Makura and Takeshi Okano. The anime tells the story of Meisuke Nueno, also known as Nube, a careless but kind-hearted elementary school teacher who hides a secret, as the only psychic teacher in Japan with a left hand possessed by a demon spirit. With his demonic powers, Nube battles various supernatural threats such as evil spirits, ghosts, and supernatural beings that disturb his students and ensure the safety of the school environment. The attraction of this anime is that it brings nostalgia to old fans while introducing this classic story. It still maintains a unique blend of thrilling occult action and the humor of a teacher who cares about his students while being wrapped up in exorcising spirits. This remake version has undergone significant improvements in production quality by Studio Kai, which also allows the new generation of otaku to enjoy it more conveniently. set in Denji-Hyeon-kyu, a futuristic city where cutting-edge technology and the mysticism of onmyoji coexist. The anime follows Takeru Narahira, a lone wolf delinquent who is transported to this world after falling off a cliff. Here, he meets Tsukimiya, the girl of his dreams whom he had only seen in his dream. Soon after he begins to enjoy this fated encounter, the black mist of death known as Yami Kaoru brings forth monstrous creatures called Oni. In this tragedy, he and Tsukimiya are killed, and this triggers Takeru's revived abilities to return to the past and struggle to rewrite the fate he once hoped for. He trains in the art of Onmyo Jutsu and prepares himself to become the guardian of the legendary Onmyoji in a new world. With great hope, this anime is expected to follow in the footsteps of Zenshu as one of the best original isekai anime of the year, with vibes similar to Re:Zero, which combines action, time travel concepts, and emotional moments when awakening from death. This third anime sequel is an adaptation of the popular RPG mobile game Arknights, an action fantasy show set in a dystopian world filled with complex conflicts and a tense atmosphere of science fiction. The story centers on key members of a pharmaceutical company. They are fighting against a mysterious plague and threats from various dangerous factions. In this season, the new threat is becoming more and more intense, wrapped in an emotional touch of revenge and the noble goal of preventing destruction. They must resolve moral conflicts where a glimmer of justice is hard to achieve in this turbulent world. This anime offers powerful visuals with a unique futuristic art style and an engaging, powerful soundtrack. In terms of gameplay, Arknights is known for its diverse characters and rich backstory, and the anime adaptation reinforces the drama of its characters, as well as its creativity in combining sci-fi elements and the exceptional quality of its animated fight scenes. The story follows Ryo, a young man from Japan who is reincarnated in the fantastic world of P, hoping to live a peaceful life by learning the water magic. However, the monster-infested subcontinent of Land forces push him into battle against the slew of deadly monsters. Armed with his hidden ability, Eternal Youth, Ryo remains ageless throughout his 20 years of training, pushing him one step closer to becoming the strongest water wizard the world who has ever known. With his optimistic nature and intelligence instinct to survive, Ryo will spend time alone at the beginning of the story, featuring a relatively powerful main protagonist. Shy Hero and Assassin Princesses is an anime adapted from a manga by Norishiro-chan and Yukiji Setsuda. With clean animation and expressive touches on each character by Studio Connect, this anime lies in the balance between situational humor and intense battles, and it is perfect for fans of the action fantasy genre looking for a fresh take on a lighthearted story. The story follows Toto, an E-ranked adventurer with his imposing appearance and extraordinary physical strength, who suffers from crippling shyness, especially when interacting with young women. This social awkwardness makes it difficult for him to form a strong adventuring party. One day, three beautiful women named Anemone, Cielzabul, and Goeminagawa approach Toto and invite him to join their adventuring party. This anime blends action, comedy, and romance with unique character dynamics between the overpowered shy hero and the assassin princesses who, unbeknownst to him, are trying to bring him down with a sneaky plan. This anime features the isekai genre with intense action and a touch of light comedy that is highly entertaining. It tells the story of Shigeru Yoshioka, a 34-year-old former salesman whose life was ruined after being wrongfully accused of a crime. Having lost everything, including his trust in women, he became an unemployed hermit who isolated himself from society. One day, he discovers a way to transfer to another world. When a mysterious status screen appears to draft any unique skills, he chooses to sacrifice his appearance in exchange for unlimited extraordinary powers. With his ugly appearance, Shigeru is doomed never to touch a woman. Instead, he is reborn as an absolute god who wants to dominate everything and hopes for a new life that is better than his previous life. The main appeal of this anime lies in how the main character must be very cautious in using his powers to avoid attracting everyone's attention. Therefore, he hides behind the powers of his ordinary comrades. He even sometimes gives them some of his powers to support their confidence. The story follows Lloyd, an extraordinary white mage who is unexpectedly fired from his hero team for being deemed too weak. However, despite his own self-underestimation, Lloyd actually possesses extraordinary support magic abilities, capable of buffing his allies and giving them the strength of an S-rank adventurer or higher. After being expelled and losing his main job, Lloyd accidentally meets and joins a new S-rank adventurer group, where they appreciate and make unlock Lloyd's true abilities. In this anime, the story explores Lloyd's struggle as he goes from being underestimated and lacking self-confidence to growing into an important figure, while he is unaware of how he eventually becomes peerless. After making a good decision to recruit Lloyd as an S-rank adventurer, they soon discover that there's much more to this simple job than what meets the eye. This anime highlights heartwarming moments where the downtrodden main character interacts with his new companions, builds chemistry, and gradually comes to understand one another, making the development of their relationships feel natural and strong. The story centers on Takuto Ira, a young man dying in the real world and suddenly waking up in a fantasy world that closely resembles the fantasy strategy game Eternal Nations. Takuto ends up leading Minagra, an evil civilization filled with monsters, undead, and horrible dark forces. An interesting aspect that sets this anime apart is its approach to the main character's personality change, which stems from his response to bad things and the social injustices around him. Alongside his new allies and the strongest army by his side, he will fight using strategic intelligence in every decision, where the direction of political maneuvers could significantly impact building the new civilization they hope for. This show took the bold step of delaying the release by 2 years, to build momentum and ensure the best possible results. Tsuyokute New Saga will officially premiere in July 2025 under the banner of ABC Animation. The story follows Kyle Leonard, a sword-wielding wizard who managed to defeat the Demon King. However, he paid a heavy price to be redeemed by losing his friends, family, and everyone he loved. On the brink of death, Kyle touched a mysterious relic belonging to the Demon King and was transported back in time 4 years. Awaking to the shocking sight of his comrades still alive, he decided to use this opportunity to avoid repeating the same mistakes in the past, carried out his old comrades, and built a new skill to become stronger than ever, as the last remaining hope for their future. This anime is the next sequel to Dragon Raja: The Blazing Dawn, telling the story of the dragon hunter Lu Mingfei, who embarks on a new and greater adventure amidst the conflict between the Dragon Emperor of the land, and fights back against a rebellion led by a mysterious family who wants to take control of Castle College. In this season, Mingfei faces a secret mission with his new partner Chu Zihang and junior Xiaomi, whose rare A-ranked blood grants him immense power. They confront ancient high-stakes threats and global conspiracies that could destroy the world. The animation visuals maintain the same high-quality standards as before, with exciting battle scenes and confrontations with conspiracies in a fantasy world. It brings a complex narrative and continues character development through more serious storylines. Everything feels so cohesive: mystery, action, and romance, all seamlessly woven into the protagonist's tension, which always arises at crucial moments. Lord of the Mysteries is an animated donghua that has attracted attention as an adaptation of the popular web novel by Yuan Yi, also known as Cuttlefish That Loves Diving. This anime's storyline takes on heavy themes of mystery and dark fantasy, combined with a fast-paced and abstract plot twist, making it unsuitable for all audiences. But it's perfect for everyone who enjoys shows rich in outstanding visuals. The story follows a young man whose soul is transferred into the body of Klein Moretti after a mysterious suicide. Now, he is living in Victorian-era England with supernatural powers and dominated by overpowered entities resembling gods. With conflicting memories, he seeks to uncover the truth behind Klein's suspicious suicide and develops his supernatural abilities to find a way back home. This donghua is produced and received the proper attention by BC May Pictures, a studio known for works such as The King's Avatar and The Master of Diabolism, marking a revolutionary breakthrough in the isekai genre. New fantasy anime from Studio Bones that presents a rather dark theme by raising issues of social inequality and the lives of marginalized people. The story begins with the bitter tale of the main character who lives in a slum of a wealthy society and is marginalized by those around him. He is Rudo Scherbrek, a poor boy who was framed for the murder of his adoptive father and sentenced to be thrown into a giant garbage dump, a place considered hell where no one who falls in ever returns. After being punished, he struggles to survive against abnormal monsters and realizes that there is a new existence in the underworld. With his unique, overpowered strength, Rudo joins the Abyss Cleaners to seek justice and target revenge for the unfair treatment he received from the people of the world above. This anime stands out for its intense action, chaotic world building, and bold art style like Fire Force and Soul Eater. It also serves as a good example of how complex main characters can be developed, not just relying on their strength, but also on their deep emotions. Thank you for watching our latest roundup of overpowered anime. Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. What is your favorite overpowered anime in this list? Or maybe you would like to suggest any other overpowered protagonists that have inspired you. Don't forget to support our channel with turn on notifications and hit subscribe button so you won't miss other exciting anime updates from this channel. Have a nice day, everyone. I'm signing out, and